What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first edition of ShckValue TV.
Yes, welcome.
Oh my gosh,
welcome.
we're back.
We are
back.
finally back. It took 27 years and 3 months, but we did it.
I'm gonna need you to not put that on me, man. I'm already on.
I'm glad you took responsibility, because it wasn't me. It was.
Says the guy who's in charge of the show.
So, why are we here today?
We are here primarily because we are legit having to have this discussion, okay? We need to talk about us.
Us? Like me and you?
No, Us the movie. Us the like second brainchild of Jordan Peele. Us the movie that had you going ooh in the movie theater. Us that had you going, okay, wait a minute. What? Because that's essentially what it did. We went to go see it. Thanks. Oh, shout out to. So I guess we should just premise real quick. We got an opportunity to go see it on opening night, and it was a private screening. Thanks to Gorilla Reel. If that's how you're saying it, Gorilla Reel.
It was spelled like Gorilla Reel, so that was I guess it was Gorilla Reel.
Gorilla Reel. Shout out to them and the homie Dashade. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to check it out. And the best part about that was it was a screening, but it was nothing but black people.
I love. All right, so yeah, we're talking about us today. In case the last person that was listening was like, oh, so what are they talking about? We're talking about us. It should be in the title. It should say us. Discussion or something.
Get your phone.
But all right, but yeah, we went to this screening. It was great. Eric Bird was there. A lot of people were there. Got to catch up with some people we hadn't talked to in a while. Gorilla Reel has a YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Gorilla Reel. Shout out to you guys for putting on the screening. I think they're also doing Endgame and they're doing Lion King. That was while you were getting popcorn and stuff. That's what they were talking about. They're doing some good stuff in the community, and so that was kind of how we set things up for this screening. So let's talk about your expectations for the movie before it started. What did you think this movie was about?
I figured it had something to do with facing oneself, like having to understand the struggle of it was almost like, random doppelganger that comes out of somewhere, has an identical family like yours is, and you're just, I don't know. I just kind of went into it going, I really wonder what this is about. Like, you see the trailer, you think you have an idea, and then when you go see the movie, you have something else completely different. So at the end of the day, I was just like, I could not make I didn't go looking for any spoilers or any type of information or theories prior to going to go see the movie. So that really helped me kind of approach it with a fresh mindset. If that makes any sense to you guys.
It does, because I mean, even Bird said it. He said he didn't watch anything about it. He didn't, he went into it with a completely blank slate. So. And I'm sure people watching and people out there do that all the time. I know a lot of Star Wars fans, they won't watch trailers, they won't do anything until the release of the movie.
Right.
I thought this movie was about facing your inner demons. But because it was about this family, I'm thinking, okay, something dark happened in this family that all of them are sort of, suppressing down. And it was gonna be, they were gonna have to confront it, and I would assume that the metaphor or the analogy, whatever you want to call it, was this alternate version of them, confronting them, like literally confronting them, this dark history they had. So I thought it was something, but I thought it was just this family, and the promotion didn't suggest anything other than this family literally dealing with their demons.
Right.
So going into the film, I was like, okay, it's gonna be pretty intense. Jordan Peele, I really like what he does with the camera. I like the sound design for this film was amazing. The music, we'll get into it, but holy smokes. But yeah, so
well, with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into it.
All right, so let me give I pulled it up, a basic summary of what this movie is about. All right, so
I probably wouldn't do that. We're giving our you know, because there's some people who may not have seen it, and we don't want to spoil it.
It's not a spoiler. So it says this. Trust, accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter, Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child. Haunted by a traumatic experience from the past, Adelaide grows increasingly concerned that something bad is going to happen. Period.
That's it.
So that's what the movie's about. They go to I guess the dad in this picture.
That would be Winston Duke.
Winston Duke, fantastic job, hilarious guy. Takes his family on this trip to the beach. After there was some convincing he had to do for Lupita's character, Nyong'o's character, and they finally go to the beach. So like, okay, they're going to the beach. You know, from what I've seen from the trailer, some stuff goes down. It goes down at the beach. And I don't want to do like a scene by scene whole thing, but what I guess one of the major themes of the film would be, I guess, what would you say a major theme of the film would be? That's a good question. Now I know we've seen it. It was a few days ago when we actually saw the film, but what do you think Jordan Peele and company were kind of poking at the core of this film? One of the themes of the film.
To be quite honest,
there's a lot.
I don't know if there's a main theme though. I really don't think there is a main theme personally, because there were too many repeated points that they hit on throughout the entire film. So I would probably say one of the most common ones that they always hit on was the correlation between Adelaide and the tethered.
So we find out that
the doppelgangers. They are in fact real. This isn't like a supernatural ghost thing. No,
they're really there.
People, yeah. But they're called tethered.
Yes, and it shows this much in the trailer. They basically infiltrate the house of this family and hold them hostage in their own home. And we kind of find out that there's something bigger going on here. Now, is this a spoiler-free discussion?
Yes, let people have it. Like, let them have it.
So, great movie. I think some of the themes are kind of, dealing with the past. Kind of. Like, there's a lot going on, but it's so hard to get a straightforward theme. And I think Peele does that on purpose. I saw him tweet that this was a horror movie. His previous movie, Get Out, was a documentary. Think about that. He said, Us is a horror movie. Get Out is a documentary.
Okay.
And I think that is very interesting. And
that would make me want to sit him down and be like, why? Sorry, I had to.
Well, I mean, you can kind of think, I'm drinking my drink or whatever. I don't care. We're all family here, right? Like, I can.
Water bottle.
But some of the themes that Get Out, dealing with discrimination, dealing with the whole clash of racial, and the shootings that were going on. Yeah,
a lot of classism messages in regards to who thinks they're above who, and I will say this: the classism thing was a message that kind of hit home, because growing up as a I grew up in, I guess I didn't grow up in the mean streets of Chicago or Detroit or anything like that, but I grew up in what I would call the hood. It was definitely...
She grew up in the hood.
I grew up in the hood. And so for me, I felt like, anybody that grew up on the east side was definitely part of the lower echelon of Austin.
Yeah.
And then those who lived in the north or west were like the super rich upper class folk.
Right.
And so it's like you always, I know I always had a dream to be like, it'd be nice for me to own a home in the west side of Austin. Because then that let me know I finally made it to a point to where I can afford to live there, number one. Number two, I'm a part of this class now because I'm just there. And I feel like I belong there.
Yeah.
So I could definitely feel the classism in that message, especially with the tethered in regards to what their true mission is and understanding. Now,
like literally they want something that they can't have. Now, there is a Bible verse that appears in the film that sheds a lot of light on what goes on in the movie.
Look here, I bet you if you ain't ever read a Bible, you're going to read one after you see that movie, because you're going to be like, what is Jeremiah? You're going to at least, yeah. You'll Google the scripture and be like,
And you'll, wow. It's, there's insight in terms of what a particular group of people go through.
Yep.
And it ties in directly with the film. The reason it centers around this family has to deal with a person in this family specifically. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's spoiler free. You're gonna be like, okay, is it the dad? Is it the son?
Go watch
it, mom?
like for real.
Just, it's a good film to go watch.
Support Jordan Peele and his mission, because that's essentially what he's doing.
Since it's a spoiler free review, we can talk about the sound. The acting was on point. There was a lot more laughs in this one than I can remember. Get Out had some laughs, especially his friend that helps him out. But this one had a lot of laughs. They did a lot of cool things with music.
There were laughs in parts you didn't think you should have been laughing at.
Yeah, and like this, it had slasher elements interjected with like the
comedic points.
With comedic points, and you're just like. I was telling Bird, I was like, so you're laughing, but it's like a nervous laugh. Like, okay, that was funny, but we don't want, that's enough.
We're not trying to die.
Yeah. So it was interesting. I 2 thumbs up. Two thumbs up. So you only see one of, okay, two thumbs up.
Lord. let's so this is not a kid-friendly movie. Don't just
our daughter
leave
wanted
them at
to
home.
watch.
And it's not even.
I was like,
no
I'm gonna have to
PG-13.
watch it first, and
no PG-13. No, this is like strong violence.
Let me put it this way: if the kids in the film wanted to watch this movie, I would say no.
Yeah,
that's how wild it is.
It is very.
Yeah,
wild.
It is. You need to be. Yeah.
You need to be a grown person trying to watch that, because even I had trouble with some sleep afterward.
Man, okay, so I can speak on this. So
okay.
It was after the movie. This is how the creep factor of this movie is.
Whoa. Sorry, y'all. It's adjusting.
I think we were moving a lot. The creep factor of this movie is so high that not only was I asleep and hearing the dun 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 dun, the I Got 5 on it remix where it make it all scary. I was hearing a dun 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 dun, and then there's that scene when Lupita Nyong'o's just like this, looking at the tethered version of her, was looking at herself like this. Yeah, she does a little. Yeah, and I'm like, that is a striking, horrifying image, and it's her sitting there, and it was me, and the regular people sitting there looking at her, and I'm just like, okay. And that song is playing, and it's just her sitting there like that. I'm like, this is freaking creepy.
Yeah.
And so I get up to go to work the next day, and I don't have my glasses, so I'm blind. I'm looking around like, yo, where are the keys? But it sticks with you. The characters. It's such a personal film because it's you dealing with yourself.
Yeah.
In a literal, that's the most obvious analogy, is dealing with your own personal self. And the doppelgangers had qualities to them that either contrasted with the real people or were sort of hyperbolized versions of what they liked to do.
Yeah.
So the son liked to do magic tricks, and I'll just say that the doppelganger version of himself took that to a whole nother level. To the point where you're just like, okay, sonny boy, you might need to calm down there.
Yeah.
The daughter, same thing. Like I said, go see this movie. You'll like it a lot. And there's not much else I can say about it. I know he's doing his future project. I know he's working on Twilight Zone. I know he's working. I think Candyman is set to come out 2020.
Look, okay, so we're not gonna dive into Candyman because that movie still scares the heck out of me, and if Peele's got a hold of it, it's gonna be a problem in 2020. But what I will say is this: Jordan Peele is on a mission, and he's on a mission to re-establish Black Hollywood. And he's also on a mission.
What do you mean by that?
I would say re-establish, because there was one point in time I can remember there was like a slew of just Black films just coming out, back to back to back. I mean, this was probably at the pinnacle of Will Smith's career, and Denzel Washington, and even Isaiah Washington was in a lot of films. It was like, you know.
I remember there was a point where you saw a lot of black films and action films,
comedy, drama,
sci-fi drama, 90s.
Yeah.
You know, then obviously the blaxploitation back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So all of that's, you know, there was a time when that happened. I feel like he's, you know, bringing that back and then some. And not only is that, he's also looking up for a way to give, you know, people like you and me, creatives, an opportunity to let our voices be heard. So if for anything else you go to support that.
Yeah, just go support.
Shout out to
just go support good movies.
Yes, shout out to them and Universal's inclusion and diversity team, because you know Jordan Peele and Universal work together. Monkey Paw Productions, they work together. Yo, that Monkey Paw thing was like it was stirring the.
Oh, he is a dope.
It's a monkey paw literally stirring the cup.
Like a coffee.
The little teacup from Get Out.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
It was just kind of like.
And it was like on a train.
I feel like he was trying to hypnotize people. Catching on to you, Mr. P.
And I know this is silly, but his films have a way of. All right, his films have a way of grabbing you. And keeping your attention.
Yeah.
Where even when you're scared, it's still just like, nope, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You know, I was sitting back like this. You know, because my thing isn't necessarily the visual; it's the noise. It gets really loud, and that's what creeps me out is how loud it is.
It got loud like towards the end. I will say that it got really loud with the 500 remix.
Yeah.
So. Most people would watch the trailer. By now, a lot of people have seen the trailer. They heard when they're in the car and they're jamming and they first introduce the song. And as the trailer goes on, it starts getting slowed down, and then you finally get to this thing where it's like, it's not even the lyrics anymore. It's just the beat taken, stretched out, orchestrated.
It's just like the harmony, the tune of it.
The melody of the song.
Melody, yeah.
The melody of the song taken, stretched, orchestrated. Like it has orchestral things. It's plucked strings, all of that stuff. It plays into the building that atmosphere. So when you get to that, the little dun dun, when it goes burn, you're just like, oh my god. But chess first and foremost. And the way that he places it in the movie, it's probably gonna freak you out more.
Yeah, it's done
it's well
really
placed.
Well. I've seen some of the reactions. Most of the people I've seen like it. I've seen some people that really, really liked it, and then there's people like, oh, I thought it was gonna be better, and I'm not sure I don't know what they were expecting. I think Get Out may be a little deeper. In terms of what it did. No, it is. This is pretty straightforward. I think there's more story here than there is subtext.
Yeah.
There is subtext here, but I think this is more sort of, this is a thing that happened.
Storytelling.
And there's and Get Out, you kind of watch it and you're like, this is very weird. But when you kind of go back and watch Get Out, you're like, okay. And that's another thing about his movies that I'm starting to realize. When I came into this thing, I was like, okay, details. So, it opens with all these rabbits and stuff. And, there are things that you see and you're just kind of like, okay, details. What does that mean? Yeah,
you're going to be questioning a lot of things. So I guess we will go back to go see it eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But I need a break. So we'll probably go see it next week because...
And you know what else is about to come up?
Avengers. Okay, so listen. Oh, check this out, you guys. I do want to throw this out there on our Instagram page, at the Next Crew. We will be hosting a hashtag called Avengers April, and throughout the month of April, we will be highlighting some amazing Avengers cosplay. Also some, Avengers based art. This is all about Avengers, not Marvel, because March was Marvel Us March, but Avengers April is strictly about the Avengers. It could be Black Panther, it could be anybody, whomever you believe was like one of your greatest Avenger. You want to talk about them? Great. Meet us on our Instagram page. We start that. We would say April 1st, but people play too much on April 1st, so we'll post the beginning thing of it, and then April 2nd is when we kick off Avengers April.
All right.
And it also, our website will launch the following week. And what does that mean for you guys? Well, that means you'll have a chance to check us out, see what we do, see what we're about. You'll also have an opportunity to find out what services we offer. I mean, little things here and there that we can do for you in case you need it. I don't know. And then you also, and then we'll be having merch in Dice on sale for you guys. So we are looking forward to just kind of throwing some teasers out there, little hints, little.
We're busy.
Things.
There's a lot. There's a lot coming, and it's almost con season on top of that. So we'll be busy.
I don't know about con season. Okashi Con will be there.
Yeah. So we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like I said, us was good. We're wrapping it up. We will catch you guys the next time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace.
See you next time on ShckValue TV.
It's what you make it. Always try to give.